Hi, Laura here, and today I've got a beginner yoga workout routine for you. So we're going to get started. Feet together, shoulders back and down, abs pulled in. Turn the palms to face forwards, and you're going to breathe in and then breathe out. So this is going to be a nice beginner yoga routine. Repeat this. Breathing in for your nose, and then breathe out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. So this is a nice beginner yoga routine. Feet a little bit wider apart, breathing in. Drop one arm, reach up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, nice little gentle side stretch. So we're just gonna start off nice and gentle. We're gonna do a little bit of cardio. So I want to show you how some of these moves are going to help your body recover and feel good, but also you can use them as an actual good workout. So I know I do a lot of hip workouts, but this just goes to show. Feet together, breathe in, grab your wrist this time, reach up and over. This just goes to show that you don't always have to be jumping around, really pushing your body to the limit to get a good workout. And actually it's quite good to mix it up. Back to the centre. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side. So we're going to breathe in. This time breathing out, abs pulled in, and you're going to dive down. Option to bend your knees, and actually I'd recommend bend your knees a little bit, and you can let your chest go a little bit lower. We're going to do a flat back, so hands just under your kneecaps on your shins. And you're going to lengthen, imagine someone's pulling your butt one way, your head the other way, really lengthen, opening up that spine, and then forward fold. And we're going to breathe in, come up, let the arms come down. One more time, breathing in, diving down, flat back, forward fold. This time bend your legs. Hands flat on the floor, take a step back, and then the other one back, abs pulled in, and then you're just going to put your knees onto the floor. So we're going to come into a tabletop pose. So abs pulled in, drawing that belly button in, we're going to breathe in, lengthen your back into an arch, and then curling the spine one vertebrae at a time, chin towards your chest, and again. So I want you to think about lengthening first before you arch, and then curling back down. So we lengthen, then arch, rather than trying to just arch, which will mean that you're dumping your lower back and trying to potentially hurt that. So really think about extending. My butt is going one way, my chest is pulling away, and then I'm arching up, curling one vertebrae at a time. Okay, from here, toes together, knees apart, you're going to sit your butt down to your ankles, hands out in front, and we're going to do child's pose and take a couple of breaths here. Okay, then come back to tabletop. Then you're going to take one leg back, so I'm taking my left, and then the opposite arm forwards. Option to stay here. Really focus on strong core, belly button pulled in. If you want a little bit more, you can take either the leg or either the arm off. Otherwise, join me, and we're going to do both. So you might feel your core, your tummy muscles beginning to shake. That's normal. And again, arm lengthening one way, foot lengthening the other way. Hold it for a couple more breaths. Down to the floor, coming back in. Same thing on the other side. Have a little wiggle if you need to. Take the other leg back this time. Other leg forwards. Option to stay here. You still feel that working. Otherwise, lift and reach. Try not to hold your breath as well. Make sure you keep breathing. Okay, same thing. So into position, lift up if you can. And then this time we're going to bring our elbow to our knee, and then we're going to extend. And again, elbow to knee, extend, one more time. Reach, reach, reach. So fingers go one way, leg the other way. Hand and foot flat on the floor. Make sure you are breathing, don't hold your breath. We're going to hold, and then same thing, elbow to knee, reach out, elbow to knee, reach out, elbow to knee. One last time, hold, 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 and rest. Okay, shake that out if you need to. This one's called Disco Dog, so you can actually make some nice little circles. And then the other way. Just a heads up, Disco Dog is not an official yoga pose or name. It's something that somebody I used to train with used to always call it. But yeah, good to get some movement. So from here, take one leg back, abs are pulled in. Other leg's going to come back and we're into core. So shoulder is over the elbows and wrists, abs are pulled in, and then we're going to come down to the floor. So lean forwards a little bit more, elbows by your side, and then down to the floor. There's always an option to rest your knees on the floor first before coming down to the floor. From here, feet flat on the floor, shoulders back, breathe in, and again it's another length pose, so don't mistake this for arching. So lengthen, coming off the floor, and then we're going to keep our knees on the floor and push up. Knees stay on the floor, toes tuck under, and we push our butts into the air. Ears are in line with our arms, driving our hands into the floor. So it's beginning of downward dog, pushing through these arms. And then when it feels okay, you can straighten those legs, and we can pedal. So one heel, other heel, repeat. And then just hold it here in downward dog. You're going to look forwards, bend your knees, and then step your feet forwards towards the front of the mat. Feet together, hands on your shins, so avoid those kneecaps. Nice flat back. Forward fold, hang down, breathe in, and then come up, hands together. Are you still with me? You're doing a good job if you still are, so keep going. Okay, so back to mountain pose, feet together, shoulders back and down. We're going to breathe in, diving down to the floor, flat back, forward fold, bend those knees if you want to, hands on the floor, take a step back. So option, put your knees on the floor, and we're going to go down to the floor again. Try and keep those elbows close to your ribs, feet flat on the floor, shoulders back, lengthen, and come to where it's comfortable. So you might be here in Cobra, you might be able to come up a little bit more. If you're feeling okay, you can come all the way into downward dog. Make sure your shoulders aren't doing this. That's tortoise pose, another name I've just made up. Up dog here. Okay, so from here you can do what we did earlier, put your knees on the floor, otherwise toes tuck under, butt goes up into the air nice and high, and we are back into downward dog. So pushing that butt, pushing through the arms, ears in line with your shoulder. Now option to stay here, otherwise take your back leg off the floor into a free leg downward dog. And then whether you're taking your leg off the floor or not, let's come forwards into a plank pose with the knee off the floor, knee to nose, and then you're going to step it forwards. So with this position, if you get stuck and perhaps you step forwards here, you can use your hand, bring that leg forward. Just take it to where it's comfortable. Hands are on the mat for now. The most important bit here is that your knee stays behind your big toe. Back leg is straight, facing forwards. So you're going to feel this a little bit in your hip flexor. So options stay here, otherwise come onto your fingertips. And then again, options stay here, otherwise engage your core, and you're going to come all the way up into Crescent Pose, palms facing. So rotate those hands, shoulders down, palms are facing. Hips are forward, butt and back is kind of tucked under, depending on your physiology. Back leg is straight. Knee behind the big toe, and then arms up. And we're going to take a couple of breaths here, Give me a big smile, just breathe, just enjoy this. So not only are you going to feel like you've had a good workout, because of the type of the workout, because of the yoga, you're going to feel kind of quite calm, quite relaxed. If you're doing it first thing in the morning, great way to set you up for the rest of the day. Okay, so hands back to the mat, move the foot out of the way if you need to, take the leg back. We're going to go down to the floor, so options, put your knees on the floor, otherwise straight down, into a cobra, up dog, whatever feels okay. Back into downward dog, so your knees can stay down, or you can push. Option, this time, so we're going to go with the other leg. The option to take the leg off the floor, otherwise just keep it on the floor for now. And then, so if you're keeping it on the floor, just bring it through. Otherwise from here, bring it through, knees to chest, hold, shoulders over your wrists. Foot flat on the floor. So sometimes when I can't reach quite far, I wiggle my back leg a little bit. So that's another option to get into this pose. Front knee, stay behind your big toe. So hands flat on the floor. Come onto your fingertips if you want a little bit more. If you want even more, join me up in Crescent Pose with a big smile on your face. That bit's not optional. And if you start wobbling like I just did, that's okay as well. It's all part of yoga. So hips are forwards, knees behind the big toe, arms are reaching. This is really important because especially, so I struggle a lot with my shoulders, and this is really good on the traps. So hands up, palms forwards, and you'll kind of feel that space opening up. And you're probably thinking, shut up Laura, this pose is feeling uncomfortable, let's get out of it. So hands onto the floor, leg back, down to the floor. Big breath in. Downward dog. Bend knees, legs, look forward, step forwards. Or take as many steps as you need to. Here, feet are together, ankles are together, knees together. Butt is back. My abs are supported. And we're going to come up into chair pose. I think if you're a beginner, just come up quite high to start with. Just come out of it if you need to as well. What I'm going to show you is the pose that we're aiming for. So I like starting with my fingers touching the floor and then coming up into it. You just have to be really careful. This should not be hurting your lower back. If it does, come up a little bit higher. There's no egos in yoga, so it's not about pushing. So let's stand up. Come into mountain pose. No ego in yoga. It's not about pushing yourself and forcing yourself into weird, wonderful, uncomfortable positions. You're going to do more damage than good if you do that. So it's about enjoying it, relaxing with it, keeping that breath work. Let's go again. Breathe in, come down. Shins, folding, hands onto the floor, step back, down to the floor, breathing in. Leg back, up, leg up in the air, coming forward, stepping forward, so options stay here, otherwise come up with me now. This time I'm going to open those hands wide, still try and keep these tailbones tucked under so you're not arching, so wide, reach, so my fingers, palms are up, hands are reaching, and I'm going to lift up a little bit through my chest and arch. Eye gaze up to the ceiling. That might be a little bit too much for some, that's fine. And then coming up, hands down, leg back. Cobra or downward dog. Oh, sorry, this is actually downward dog. I meant upward dog. But I'll show you guys who knew what I meant. So here, coming up, arms out. So the pace is going to start picking up now. So this is where we're going to feel, so if you're not already sweating, you're going to feel you're going to get a bit of a sweat on. Feel that cardio going. Breathe in. Downward dog. Looking forward, bend those knees, step forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out all the way back down, abs pulled in, dive down. Half lift. Forward fold, hands on the floor, cobra, so down to the floor, into a cobra, downward dog, take your back leg up, bring it forwards, knees to nose, feel that core engage, step the foot forward, coming straight into crescent. We go straight down, leg back, breathing in, downward dog, other leg up this time, coming through, stepping forwards, coming up, coming down to the floor, cobra, pushing it back, so downward dog, back leg up again, bring it forwards, step it forwards, coming up, down, all the way down to the floor, breathing in, breathing out as you push up into downward dog, leg up, coming through, stepping through, up into crescent, keep smiling, are you still with me? One more round, down to the floor, breathing in, leg up, bring it through, stepping through, coming up, big smile on your face, hands down, breathing in, downward dog, leg up, bring it through, coming up, back down, onto the floor, cobra, pushing up, then those legs, look forwards, step forwards, knees, ankles, toes together, fingertips touching the floor, come up a little bit higher if you need to, abs pulled in so you support that lower back, eyes are kind of up, so my arms are in line with my ears, and then step up, breathe out, go into mountain pose. Make sure you do keep breathing, so you will feel that got a bit of a sweat on, and this is a great way where you can really challenge yourself in yoga. Not only will it build up your strength by doing the sort of mini press ups, but it works the cardio. So back to my mountain pose, breathing in, no rest for the wicked, we're straight back into it, coming down, half lift, forward fold, hands to the floor, step back, down to the floor, push up, take it back, option to lift the back leg up, and then we're going to step through with that back leg. This time back foot comes onto the floor, make sure your little toe is on the floor and your arch is supported. Notice how the back leg is, the foot's 45 degrees. Again, I'm trying to get my knee over my front toe, and from here we're going to come up into warrior one. Hips are nice and square, so use your hands to kind of turn your hips if you want to, just don't be too aggressive and don't ever force any of these positions. So see how my back foot is 45 degrees, so it's not fully turned out and it's not facing forwards like the crescent pose. My little toe hopefully is in contact with the floor, thinking about pulling up with my arch, thinking about my hips forwards. I'm going to take the same hand as the front bent leg onto my hip. Other hand is going to come forwards, and that's going to really help me try and get these hips in line. And then from here, warrior one. So again, palms are facing, drop those shoulders, feel that nice space around your neck. Big smile on your face, and we are in warrior one, because we are all number one. So from here, we're going to open up into warrior two. Now I'm going to adjust that front foot and do a little sneaky turn. This back foot can now be more parallel. And I'm sitting down into these hips, nice and kind of upright, square. I'm not here. Leg is turned out, so make sure that knee is not creeping forward, so really hold. Again, a little toe on the floor, and then here, I'm just going to breathe out, extend those arms, look along the middle finger of that front arm, and just smile and enjoy this pose. You might feel this leg beginning to burn, and that's okay. And what we're going to do from here is actually come out, give your leg a little bit of a rest. We're going to breathe in, and then breathe out, and as you breathe out, see if you can relax a little bit lower, but if you can't, that's okay too. Breathe in, breathe out, and then turn your front palm to face the ceiling. Back hand can come down to your leg, just don't apply any pressure on your knee joint. And you're gonna lift the arm up, breathe in, lift up, and then breathe out and sort of look up to the ceiling. I actually find this pose a really challenging, really hard pose. And then to make it even more challenging, so options stay here, otherwise you can straighten that front leg. That's gonna make you bend a little bit more. And then stay here in that position and bend the front leg. Okay, we're gonna come out of that. Back to warrior two, so hips are facing forwards, arms are lengthened. We are then gonna reach, so reach as far as you can. Keep that leg turned out. Put your forearm onto your thigh and just look up to those feet, to the ceiling, to your fingertips. And try and make sure you're not here, so if possible try and open up, so opening up that chest, looking up at that arm. If it doesn't feel good on your neck, then you can look down at the floor. And then come back to warrior two. We're going to straighten the leg, shuffle that back leg in a little bit. Hips square, arms out. We're going to go into triangle pose, extended triangle pose. So you're going to reach, similar to what we did. Let that hip kick out if you need to, and we're just going to, where's comfortable, just tilt down. Okay, try not to grab and put any pressure, especially on the shin, but you can sort of, sorry, on the knee, you can hold the shin, otherwise I try and turn my hand here. What we're trying to do is lift up, so rather than kind of being here, and especially don't try and touch the floor and be here, you want to be more in this pose. So I've had to come up a little bit higher, but I'm opening up. Really try and think about getting some length here, opening up through the chest. Option to look up at your hand, again if that doesn't feel good on your neck, turn to the floor. And then straight legs, strong, as pulled in. Whew. We can drop those arms, give them a bit of a circle. Feet forwards, we're going to take those arms back up, breathe in, breathe out, and we're going to come down. Let that neck hang nice and loose and drop. So you're going to feel this a little bit in the back of your legs. Just don't overdo it, take it to where it's comfortable. And then we're going to do, hands are going to come out a little bit further onto your fingertips. Lift, lengthen, so nice flat back. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, forward fold. And then hands on your hips, lift with your chest, breathing in. Turn that foot, we're going to go back into warrior two. Back to warrior one. Down to the floor, take the leg back. Breathe in. Downward dog. This time we're going to take the other leg. Bring it through. So we're going to go into warrior one. So you turn that back leg. So it's 45 degrees. You lift up from your arch, so it's not rolling forwards. Little toes on the floor. Front knee behind your big toe. And we're going to come up into warrior one. Hands on your hips. See if you can kind of square these hips up. Hand on the same leg that's bent. Arm forwards. Then we're going to come up into warrior one. Big smile, breathe, enjoy this pose. If you're really struggling, come out of it and then go back into it. Otherwise try and hold it. You will, when you're first starting out, feel some of this burning in your legs. Okay, so then from here, you're going to turn in to warrior two. I've now got my back to, so I'm going to turn around. So I'm going to face you. And again, if you've got your back to me, you might want to turn around. So just make sure you're doing warrior two on the other side to what we were doing. We stay nice and square, we bend that front leg, little toe still on the floor, but we can turn the leg out. And here the heel is more in line, I'd say more with the arch. And then lengthen the arms, look along the middle finger, big smile. Feeling good? Breathe in, arms come up, breathe out, drop those shoulders. And again, breathing in, breathing out. So, warrior two, turn the front hand up, other hand on your leg, breathing in, and then backwards. This is our sun warrior. So options stay here, otherwise straighten that front leg, and you'll reach a little bit further. And then now that you've reached a little bit further, bend that front leg. Enjoy. Okay, so back to warrior two. Now we're going to reach till you can't reach any further. Hand, forearm onto your thigh. So again, no pressure on your kneecaps. Hand up. So try and open up that chest. If it feels okay on your neck, looking up to the fingers. If not, just look to the floor or to where feels comfortable. So we're here. So really kind of lengthening, opening up. And then coming back to warrior two. Straighten that leg, probably a big smile now to come out of that. Shuffle your feet together a little bit. However you do that, that's fine. Arms up, again, reach, let this hip kick, and then tilt down. Again, looking up if that feels okay, otherwise look down. So again, try and open up your chest. If you're here, come up a little bit higher. No egos in yoga, so do what you can do. And really think about lengthen, so we're trying to open up here, lengthening. Okay, come up. Feet forward, breathe in. This time palms up, breathe in. Little arch, little dive down. Really let that neck go. Hands on your hips, coming forward. Okay, feet together, last little bit, and then we are nearly done. So a really good one for your shoulders and your neck, especially if you spend a lot of time sat behind a car, sat behind a desk. You're going to take one hand, so put your right hand behind, grab with the left hand, and then you're going to go towards your left. Let that ear drop to the shoulder, and then if it feels okay, you can adjust your eyes and look up to the ceiling. And then coming down, coming up. A few shoulder circles, a few half neck circles. Same thing on the other side. So you grab the other hand, so your left hand's going to go behind your back. Grab with your wrist. So this helps keep that shoulder kind of back. Drop that ear. So don't force this and don't overdo this, especially as you get warm. Drop that ear to your shoulder. Don't let the shoulder come to your ear. And an option to look up to the ceiling. Okay, and then coming down, shoulders, feet together, interlock your hands, palms to the floor, shoulders back, lift them up halfway, again draw those shoulders, so you're kind of retracting, so rather than here, retract, but don't do that, save that for your nights out. And then arms up. So this is a really hard move for me. This is about as far as I can go if I stay in, sort of do it properly. You know, trying to keep the arms straight and lift them up. It's a really good stretch. Okay, 2 ones on the floor just to finish. I was going to skip them, but I don't think we should. So down to the floor, take your time, get into a comfy position, lying on your back, knees to your chest, give your knees a little circle, so you're going to have, it's almost like a nice little massage for your lower back. Change direction. One knee in towards your chest, other leg is straight. Same hand as the bent leg, goes out to the side, and you're going to look along that arm, and then you're going to let your knee drop the other way. I've got a sofa that's going to block me from doing this, but take it to where it's comfortable. And then come back, and then other one, knee towards your chest. I quite like doing some ankle circles whilst I'm in this position, and then arm out, so I'm going to get blocked, but that's okay, I can adjust the arm, and you can let the knee go over. So you've got 2 options. You could let the knee go all the way over and then try and take the arm out, or you can really focus on keeping that shoulder down and take the leg to where as possible. Again, especially when you get warm, don't force these movements, use your breath and take it to where it's comfortable. Knees together, turn onto your side, and then take your time to sit up. Okay, so we are done. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's set you up for the rest of the day, or perhaps it's in the evening and it's a nice way to kind of unwind. You'll definitely find that the more you do yoga, the more it definitely helps you sleep. So you've got the physical benefits, it also helps you sleep, also kind of helps you kind of relax, I guess, and it's a good way to kind of deal with stress. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like, comment, share. Any questions, let me know. If you think this workout might be useful for somebody else, feel free to tag them, share, or send the links across to them. Have a great day, great evening, whatever you are up to. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for doing a workout. Lots more workouts coming soon, so keep your eyes out and keep being fabulous. See you later. Bye.